You're listening to Trevor Francis on the Tilton Talk Show.
So happy, following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Birmingham City, down at St Andrews, we are all supporters of our team. We chant a super blues, ringing all around. Now all you blue boys know what we mean. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till
And we could have made it a bit easier for ourselves if the Duke had passed that late ball to Roberts for what would have probably been a scraped draw. And what was Morrison doing passing that ball, which led to Harley Dean's red card? That's him out for the next 2 games, but on a plus note, Shay Adams is back in contention for his place. The nerves are jangling and the games are running out. Can we just get a win on Saturday? And if other results go our way, maybe, just maybe, we can crawl our way out of this massive hole. We'll be analysing Mr. Fun's predictions table shortly to see if the Maestro himself is getting it all right. As for me, I just can't stand the anticipation. Here we are, just 3 Saturdays, 270 minutes of football, which will decide which division we will be playing in next year. Oh wow, I wish this was happening at the other end of the table. Well, it's Monday night and it's the 270th Tilton Talk Show, so as always, strap yourselves in and get ready for the ride.
we have the team that's tops. Here at St Andrews, they're gonna give us what we're longing for. It's Birmingham forever, let's hear it from the stand. So come on City, sing this song once more. We are the lads from Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy, following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? We are the lads from Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy, following the blues. We love you, what more can we say?
Very sad to report that a big blue nose, Simon Twigg, has sadly passed away from a heart attack in the early hours of this morning, aged just 43. The Tilton Talk Show would like to offer its condolences to his family and friends at this very sad time, taken far too young. Oh,
Absolutely.
never nice.
Nope.
Never nice.
Nope.
No points a weekend.
0.
I've got a major rant.
No points
I've
in the
got
week.
a major rant.
Lost at Bristol
Yes.
City. Lost yesterday. So take it away with your rant.
I'll do it. I'll do it straight at the head of the show, shall I?
on, let's hit it.
Super 6 wouldn't let me on Saturday. Couldn't get on Super
dear.
6 at all. I've lost at least between 0 and 2 points.
Can I quickly come
That's
in?
a quick one.
I was.
That's a quick one for a Monday.
I don't know whether this is. I don't know if this is real or what, but you know, we said we've done 270 shows.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's 270 minutes to go.
Oh,
Of
God.
the season. Yeah.
Is that right? Is that about right?
No,
Sound
look,
about
3
right?
These
games,
bumps have
3
just-
90 minutes, isn't
Look.
Oh dear! Oh dear!
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh dear! I feels like we
Plus
should get the
injury time.
Gregorian chant music back out again.
We need to get some monk music back on, I think. Yeah, we didn't get anything from that game yesterday, but we could have scraped a draw right at the end.
it? Oh, could have done.
Tap back, pat in. He was
Yeah,
onside.
potentially. But I mean, what minute was that?
Oh, it was right
about-
late on, wasn't it? Yeah.
I think it was about 10 minutes to go, wasn't there,
No,
or something?
don't
Or
know. Right,
maybe a little bit later than
Somebody
that,
will tell
but
us.
Yeah. But do you know what? Even if we'd have scored, even if we'd have scored at that point, you always felt Wolves, if they had to, if we were to equalise,
Yeah.
you always felt they had so much more to give. I mean,
Especially-
it's mixed emotions a little bit for me. I think, you know, there was a lot of comment on the Facebook page when the team was announced that it was very a very negative setup. You know, obviously, if we'd have come away with a 1-1 or a 0-0, then that team selection would have been you know, more than acceptable, if you like. As it was, we go 1-0 down in the first half, and really from that point, you're looking at something different to happen, and it never really did. So I suppose the mixed emotions are that it was Wolves. They are the best team, probably that the Championship has ever seen. You know, since the Premier League was formed in '92, if you like, if you want to go back 20, 25 years, they are probably the best side that the Championship has ever seen. So it's no disgrace to lose to them. But actually, we've played 2 derbies away from home in the last couple of months and not really mustered anything. Do you know what I mean? That's a little bit disappointing, but the goal difference hasn't taken a battering, which it could have done. You know, we could easily have lost 4 or 5 to a Wolves side that are absolutely buzzing. So you have to take it with slightly. It's difficult too because there's only 4 games left, 3 games left now, but you almost have to take it with a little bit of pinch of salt.
3 and a penalty.
We weren't expecting anything, so
3 games and a penalty coming up Sunday.
Yeah.
Steve Portman said he's got to be resting players yesterday, surely, with that starting 11. Why would
Resting
you want to rest?
who?
Why would you want to rest?
Who did he rest that didn't play? Do you know what I mean? Who didn't? Boga hasn't been starting for him recently. I know he started the Burton game, but I think that's because Adams was suspended rather than if Adams would have been fit for the Burton game, I'd have expected him to have played. So yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know. I don't think he was resting people. I think he went with the game plan that the longer we keep it 0-0, the better. Unfortunately, it didn't keep it 0-0 for long.
Got to say hello to Richard Hayler, loud and clear here in Miami. He says so. Welcome to the Tilton Talk Show, all the way from the bottom end of Florida. Been there a few times. Yeah, Kev French 270 chose 270 minutes to go. Is that an omen? I hope so.
Depends how this 270th show goes.
And no, Dennis, I won't comment on the guitar. Tilton Talk meet up for a curry after the match.
Which match?
I don't know. That's Gregory Beasley asking that one.
Tell us which match.
What, tonight?
Don't know. We'll come back to
I don't think so. Not tonight.
No. Harley Dean now out for 2 games.
Yeah.
What a massive blow. Central defender.
It's disappointing, yeah. I mean,
who are we going to put in place?
Morrison sold him down the river, hasn't he?
Completely and
at the end of the day. But it's definitely a red. I think it was the right thing to do to not appeal it. Because there's no way that's getting overturned. So
can they actually increase the
possibly
matches as well?
if they deem it frivolous, they could have extended it, which would have been out for the season, wouldn't it?
So we've got to shut
you
up.
don't know how big that Fulham game. You hope it's not big at all.
Oh no,
but
please! I've gone cold.
You don't know how big that Fulham game is going to be, so you want as many players available as possible. I've got
goosebumps on the head as well.
They're all cup games in there.
Just accept the 2-game ban. You can either throw. You've got 2 options, haven't you? You throw Roberts in alongside Morrison.
I thought he was going to say Endoy then.
No, you don't do that. No.
On his own.
You throw Roberts alongside Morrison, or you put Grounds at left side centre half and stick with Harding and Collan as the fullbacks. I mean, I don't think the one thing it has done, it's made sure it will be 4 at the back against Sheffield United. You know, because you're not going to go 3 at the back against Sheffield United with Dean out.
Still vying for a playoff place, aren't they?
Well,
They've
yeah,
still got,
exactly.
an outside chance.
Yeah.
Cal Jones says Barnsley play Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday. They'll be shattered. Let's hope so, Cal. Let's hope so indeed.
Also, I think they've got Leeds away on Saturday. Now, if we beat Sheffield United,
you've got your table there, haven't you? Yeah. So
they've got Leeds. They play Leeds away on Saturday.
Right.
Now, Leeds aren't in the greatest of form, but the Leeds manager left Barnsley for Leeds a couple of months ago.
Yes.
So he'll want to get one over on Barnsley.
What a conundrum this has turned out to be.
So, it's not the easiest game for Barnsley, but it's certainly not the toughest. Now, if we can beat Sheffield United and Barnsley don't beat Leeds, their season rests on that Forest game, which is their game in hand. If they win neither of the next 2 games and we beat Sheffield United, I honestly believe we'll be fine.
Okay, guys, all you got to do is share this on your personal Facebook stream to be in a chance next week to win some prizes. Competition will be coming up later, I take it. Yes, you're all ready for that, are you? All prepared?
I'm ready. I'm prepared. Almost.
Close. Got to say hello to Alison Shilton, as I failed to do that last week apparently when she joined. So hello to Alison Shilton. Anthony Hurley's just joined us. Welcome to you, and welcome to everybody that's here on a Monday night with the Tilton Talk Show. Steve Kimberley, as long as Donaldson doesn't play, we'll beat Sheffield. I can't see any reason why Donaldson wouldn't be playing, can you?
I don't think Donaldson will play.
Why?
Leon Clark's their top scorer. They've got Billy Sharp as well. I don't think Donaldson will play.
No.
He won't. I'll be amazed to see Donaldson start against us, unless Chris Wilder just thinks, the likelihood of a former player against his old club, but he hasn't been starting for Sheffield United lately, so I'll be surprised to see him.
We can't forget, Brian Johnston, that Barnsley do have that game in hand against Nottingham Forest as well.
Nottingham Forest away, but
That's
as I said,
24th, I believe that one.
8 days time, a week tomorrow. But Saturday's massive. Saturday's the first time in a while that us and Barnsley have played on the Saturday at the same time.
Right.
Last 2 Saturdays, Barnsley have played before us, so we've known what we've had to do. They played on the Saturday this week when we played on the Sunday yesterday, and the week before that they were the 12:30 kickoff and we were the 3 o'clock kickoff. So for the last 2 weeks we've known what Barnsley have done and we've known what we've had to do. Actually, Saturday we've got to go out and do it for ourselves without knowing what Barnsley or Bolton have done in the previous game.
What's Barnsley's running now?
I can't make my mind up whether it's tough or not. Leeds away Saturday.
Right, yeah.
As I said, the Leeds are on a poor run, but Paul Heckingbottom, ex-Barnsley manager, now at Leeds, he'll want to get one over Barnsley. He'll want to prove that he made the right decision to leave. Forest away is their game in hand. Forest again
indifferent, aren't they?
Very indifferent, but actually at home they're all right. They were 1-0 down against Ipswich on Saturday and turned it around to win 2-1. Brentford at home. Brentford have shown on Saturday evening away at Fulham that they are not an easy team to play against.
No.
Still possibly in with a shout of playoffs. And then they finish Derby away.
In 10th with 65, Brentford currently. And
Still
Derby,
technically in a shout with the playoffs.
Derby 7th with 78. Which
Derby
is
away on the last day. Derby
right off, haven't they?
But they, I think they're going to be in with a shout on that last day, which means that game becomes really, really tough for Barnsley.
And then our last game, of course, Fulham on 82 points.
I really hope we don't go to it.
42 points more than what we've got.
Do you know what? I'm looking at Bolton now.
Okay, yeah,
I'm looking
because
at Bolton.
somebody did ask that one actually. What have Bolton got?
Their last 5 games, they've got 1 point, and that was away at Barnsley on Saturday, and they were 2-1 up, and they conceded in the last minute. That'll be a killer blow for them. On Saturday, they've got Wolves at home, a Wolves side that are gunning for the title and are gunning for 100 points. This isn't, I saw a lot of people say that they might have their eye off the ball now they've got promotion. They're going for 100 points, Wolves are.
Is that the best ever in the Championship?
It won't be the best ever, but
right.
hardly anybody gets 100 points. It's very rare that teams get 100 points. They will want that desperately. But Bolton aren't getting anything from Wolves. Then they've got Burton. Burton away. Now Burton is a funny one because when I say I'm looking at Bolton now, Burton could save us, but they won't stay up. So Burton beat Derby on Saturday. They've got Sunderland away on this Saturday coming. If they win that, they go to 38th. Still technically in with a shout of staying up. Then they play Bolton.
Yep.
Now, if they can beat Sunderland, they'll go into that Bolton game thinking if we win this, we have got a real chance of staying up. That becomes really difficult for Bolton. And then Bolton finished at Forest away. Now, there's a chance Bolton finish on 41 to 43.
Yeah, well, it's just 4 or 5 in every country.
I mean, I'm looking at you joke about it. We've done 15 minutes already. Basically on this spreadsheet.
I'm actually just every time I think about it, look at the state of my arm, goosebumps all over me.
But that's how things quickly can change in this division, and how much every little result, it impacts on everybody else. There are so many little plots and side plots in the relegation battle, and teams going for playoffs, playing teams who are trying to survive. It's so difficult to predict, but actually when you're looking at the fixtures, every little one a team wins here, and it gives them confidence, and it can impact another team there. You could easily say we'll beat Sheffield United and be safe on that. You could.
You can't.
I mean, obviously you don't want.
No,
you don't want
can't,
to.
no.
If we beat Sheffield United, I'm not coming in next Monday shouting we're up.
No.
You know, but that is a realistic possibility. 43 could be enough.
43 points.
It's not a lot, is it? You know, and many seasons 43 you'd be comfortably relegated. You know, you wouldn't stand a chance. But actually, this year 43 might be enough.
Got to say hello to Brett Stanley all the way from Bognor Regis. Hello to you, and if you want to shout out, just tell us where you're from, and we'll do that for you almost as soon as we possibly can. Gregory says he's coming up from Porthcawl. I think that's when he means Corey afterwards, perhaps.
Yeah. Are you here on the Monday, Gregory?
That's
Pop
thought,
in.
isn't it? Pop in, yeah, it'd be nice. Chris Pugh, can we mathematically be safe if we win all 3 remaining games? Isn't it still in our own hands?
Yes.
If we win all 3
remaining home games, Bolton will need to also win all 3 remaining home games and better our goal difference.
Which they have done at the moment.
Well, they're 1 ahead, aren't they, after we lost to Wolves, yeah. So they would need to match all of our results and scores, and Barnsley would also need to win their last 4 games.
But aren't they playing each other?
No, that was last Saturday.
All right, cool,
yeah.
cool.
But yeah, everybody would need to win the remaining home games. And you know what? If we won all 3 games, Reading would also need to pick up 6 more points out of the last 3 games.
Right.
So, I mean, if we won all 3, you are seriously. It's a joke how unlucky you are. If we go down on 49, that's just utterly ridiculous. I mean, you can never really rule anything out in football, but I'm ruling us going down on 49. I'm ruling that out.
Right, okay. Toby Tosh says it's getting scary, but also extremely exciting. And Toby, no, we're not playing tomorrow. The next game is on Saturday. Bolton could possibly save Blues, says Wilf Clark.
Yeah, I agree. Bolton 1 point out the last 5. Got Wolves on Saturday. That probably will be 1 point out of 6 games. Their last 6 games. Then they go to Burton, and I say again, Burton. If they can win away at Sunderland and get to 38 points, they will be really buzzing for that Bolton game. Bring Bolton to the Pirelli. A tough place to go.
That's the last game of the season, isn't it?
No, that's their last but one. It's their last home game. It's Burton's last home game of the season. So, conceivably, they beat Sunderland away. They beat Bolton at home. That takes them to 41. Then they're away at Preston. Can't see them getting anything at Preston. Yes. So I think they'll probably go down on 41 then.
As Kev Staff-Smith says, they're trying to predict it's impossible because everybody's capable of beating each other. You're absolutely right.
It is. Like I said, how long we spent on this
15,
on the
20
fixtures.
minutes now, yeah.
But it's very, very difficult to predict for certain. But you can see how the little permutations can go.
Alison Shilton, that's the second mention you've had tonight, says we shouldn't be discussing what others are doing. Blues need to do it for themselves and for us poor fans. I 100% agree with you.
They do.
But there's 3 games to go.
If we lose the next 3...
We do have to consider it,
If we lose the next 3, we'll go down.
Yeah.
For Barnsley have got 4 games to get 2 points. If we lose the next 3, I think I'm pretty certain we'll go down. So yeah, we have to do it for ourselves. We have to find a win from somewhere.
Ray Hobber says good evening from Daventry, and who is it? Robert Dore, good evening from Birmingham. So there we do go around. There were 27 people in from Sweden listening last week. What's all that about?
That was crazy, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't
What's
know.
all that about?
I don't know.
Brilliant.
Just looking at the stats.
Lovely.
And, yeah.
Good evening from Cornwall from John Bullingham. Good evening to you. I'd rather talk about where people are coming from, to be honest. I'm losing the will. I'm losing the plot, mate. Yeah. Honestly. So, where are you on your points tally at the moment, then? Let's start at the left and work all the way across.
What? How I've actually gauged it?
Yep.
So I had from 1, 2, 3, 4, from 7 games left. I started it.
Yep.
Everyone had 7 left. They've now got 3 left. I had Sunderland picking up 7 points, and they've picked up 6. I had Burton picking up 3, and they've picked up 5. I had Blues picking up 8, and they've picked up 7. That was the Bristol City game. I had a sneak in a point, and we didn't. Barnsley, I had them picking up 10, and they've picked up 6. So that's quite a big gap actually. Bolton, I had them picking up 4, and they've picked up 1. You see, that's where I think Bolton will be really, really looking over their shoulder now. They're the ones who aren't confident and who are looking dangerous. And Reading, I had them picking up 7, and they have picked up 7.
So you're not far off.
Nobody's ridiculously out.
No.
I didn't back anyone to get no points out of 5 games, and they've got all 1 or 5. So.
Yeah. Will Nichols, good evening from Tamworth, and Matthew Revel, good evening to you, all the way from New Zealand. New Zealand. My brother lives there on the North Island, right at the very top. He's probably out, so you can go and rob him if you wish. Paul Itkiss says Bolton, Burton, and Sunderland will go down. I just hope you're so very right, Paul.
Yeah.
Can you hear it in my voice? I'm creaking.
Yeah,
I'm actually
I actually hope he's wrong. I hope Barnsley go
right instead of
Bolton, because
good away day,
Bolton's
Bolton,
a good away day. And we had discussion last week of the two. I'd rather go to Bolton again next year. So, but yeah, as long as it's not us.
Yeah, I don't really.
If it has to be Bolton over us, then obviously, see you later.
Yeah. Kevin Lloyd says, third time tonight, hello, lol. Can we fill the ground on Saturday? Well, it's £25 a ticket on Saturday.
It's a lot.
It is a lot of money, but...
It is a lot. I still don't think it'd be far off. It'll be a 20,000 plus.
Yeah,
because of the situation.
Yeah.
If it was 15... You'd probably be struggling to get a ticket now, wouldn't you? But that's the reality of it.
In fact, if we were 15th, it would be probably 15,000.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah,
because we glorify in our own misfortune.
You do, yeah. And but they know how important
it is.
People know how important Saturday is, so they want to get there and get behind them.
Yeah, a big crowd makes a difference.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure
Andy Williams, hi guys from Land's End, Cornwall. Keep right on. And Dennis says, Mrs. Brown, can you please check your phone? And evening lads from I think that's supposed to be Stourport, is it? Don't know. There you go. And Robert Doyle says, good evening from the planet Urco, wherever that might be.
Evening, Robert.
Adam, straight back in. Kevin Damon's asked that question.
Yes.
For me
definitely.
too. For me too. Because as somebody else
ex-Sheffield United as well.
As somebody else just pointed out, the missed chances that we had against Burton.
Yeah, if they fall to him, it could make a difference, doesn't it? But I just think more to do with the fact that the performances which we put in where we did win games, we were winning games, was Adams, Magoma, Hotter and Jutkovic up front, and all 4 of those should be available for the Sheffield United game, and if they are all available, I would put them all back in.
Kieran McCowan, guys, I'm praying we stay up. I know it's hard to think about now, however Monk has a way of playing, and I think would be less scattergun with signings. I'm praying to God.
Well, there would certainly be less scattergun with signings than this summer.
Yeah,
you couldn't have been more. You couldn't have been more wild with your signings than Redknapp was this summer. So,
Mark Wilmore says, good evening from Oros. We win and 3 games stay up, no problems. That's absolutely right. But,
I said, you win all 3 games, and there's somebody up there who's got a real vendetta against you if you go down. So, yeah.
Harry Parker's been a Blue Nose since 1962, been down with Barry Fry. Don't see it happening this time. Good performance against Wolves. And based on that, I've seen 9 points from the last 3. I can't see us getting 9 from 3, personally.
I can't see us beating Fulham.
No.
Because I think Fulham will have something to play for. I think the chances are that second automatic spot will still be open going into the last game.
And going back to Shea Adams.
If it is, Fulham are more than good enough to beat us. So.
Going back to Shea Adams, Kevin Damon said he's also got to make a performance as an apology for the silly Bolton red card.
Yeah, I think that'll be in his mind, definitely, that this is the perfect way to repay the fans. He apologised after the red card, but actually, if you play on Saturday and score 2 and we win 2-0, then that's all the apology we need.
Yeah, absolutely. Nick Stokes is listening from Skeggy. Welcome to you. We will stay up. Keep right on. Let's hope so. Is Sam Gallagher back for Saturday, and will he play him and Adams over Djukovic? Asks Mark Edwin.
I don't think he will play Gallagher over Djukovic. I hope he's back, though, because purely for options. You looked at the bench on Saturday and it was such a defensive lineup, and then you looked at the bench and you thought, okay, so you bring Magoma on, you got the possibility of bringing Magoma on, but then what else have you got? Do you know what I mean? So actually having Adams and Gallagher back does give you plenty more attacking options. They might not start, but they'll certainly give you more options off the bench as well if, like you say, we're not ahead.
Darren Whitehouse says, this is how I see it. Sheffield United win, Queen's Park Rangers draw, Fulham draw. That would
5
be
points.
Enough. That would just be enough, I think, don't you? 5?
I think 5 points will be enough.
And Kev Kelly says Gallagher's back in training, nearly made the bench for Wolves, so that's a good one.
He's definitely back in full-time training. Yeah, I saw the piece with Monk about it, so the sooner the better. So
Adrian Harris is going for 7 points. That would definitely keep us up, I think.
100%.
Brian Johnson is saying, I say he's getting 4 minimum. Minimum of 4. That's a win and a draw.
4, you're asking Barnsley to win 2 games out the last 4. And looking at their fixtures, it's probably going to have to be the next 2. Because Brentford at home, Derby away is a really, really tough finish, I think.
And also some more sad news coming in. Can we have a rest in peace Paul Riley, Blue Nose, who sadly passed away the weekend? Keep right on, of course you can, and thoughts go out to his family and friends too. Fulham, most improved side in the league, says Wilf Clark. I think, I'm dreading these next 270 minutes of football. I'm genuinely dreading them, right?
I think you've got to embrace it, because actually, if you go in, Cottrell was an idiot for saying that the players were scared to play at home. Right? That was such a stupid thing to say. But actually, if there's 24,000 fans there on Saturday, and every one of them is biting their nails and having a little grumble when we lose the ball, and if we give the ball away, they turn their back and start waving their hands, it's going to make it a little bit more difficult. So actually, if we embrace it and say, for 90 minutes, we give this lot everything we've got, our best support, for the next 90 minutes, get away with 3 points against Sheffield United, which I think we're more than capable of doing, by the way.
And we do a good win at home as well, aren't we?
I don't fear Sheffield United. They've had a brilliant season, and they're still technically in with a shout. If they beat us, they're still in with a shout of the playoffs. But we shouldn't fear Sheffield United coming to us.
Jim Smalley, I can see it. Last game of the season, Blues need the 3 points to stay up. Fulham, the 3 for automatic promotion. Villa need Blues to beat Fulham to secure second spot over Fulham.
It's still possible, yeah.
I didn't even think
us
of that
staying
one.
up.
I didn't even consider
Villa.
that one. Yeah.
That's perfectly feasible.
Would you accept it?
Oh, of course you would. Yeah. What a stupid question. Would you?
Let's put a straw poll out there then. Would you accept it? Blues beating Fulham for Villa to get automatic promotion. Would you be happy? Just yes or no? Just for the next 2 minutes.
It's
2 minutes.
Outrageous suggestion that anybody will say no.
Yeah, but theoretically, we could come up the next season, but they could get done for the money sort of side thing, couldn't they?
But if we're in League One, our money side of it will be horrendous as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Richard Hayler, absolutely yes. Yes.
I knew there'd be some.
No, this is...
Yes, Stephen Gill.
No, you want to stay up. This is yes to us staying up and promoting Villa, surely.
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think
Hold
it
on,
is.
there's yeses and nos. What are we actually saying yes and no for?
Okay,
Huh?
this is a scenario,
Yeah.
right? This is a scenario.
Yeah, this is the scenario. We
beat-
win, and Villa get automatic promotion. Do you you want that? Yes, you want that. No, you'd rather go down so Villa stay in this division. Actually, no. Villa don't stay in this division. Villa get another crack at promotion in the playoffs. It's not like they're definitely staying in the division. We go down, and then they win the playoffs anyway.
Yeah,
So
I think everybody's saying yes, stay up. So
Stay up.
They're all with you. on that one.
absolutely
I
stay
didn't.
up.
I didn't say no. I think it's just I can't.
You're just on the wind up.
I'm trying my best, But when I stutter my words, I'm shaking and nervy. You know what I mean? It's a really difficult three games coming up now. Really difficult time. Anyway, we had a bit of fun over the weekend. Did you join in on the 3-word pun for the weekend?
3-word.
Review.
The 3-word review.
Yes.
You joined in.
I did.
So you had a bit of fun.
Was
Joining
it-
in
was
is
it
like
fun?
having fun. isn't
Okay,
it?
all right, yeah.
Right, cool.
I had lots of fun.
You had Chris Pugh fun. didn't you?
Yeah.
Chris, what have you got for us?
Well, there's quite a few, so I'll read some of them. Good Pies, League One. That's actually four
Four
words,
words.
isn't it? I know, yeah.
Not a good start to the
2-0
3-word
flattered
review.
Wolves.
that.
That's also
Oh, which one?
debatable. 2-0 flattered Wolves. Keep
That's also, hold on.
I
It's a
listen.
3-word review.
Look,
Stop reading the 4-word reviews
they're,
out.
they're Blues fans.
Okay.
Keep everything crossed. Were Birmingham
That's
City.
better.
Nothing not expected. It nearly worked. That's a good one.
Who was that from, Adrian?
That's from James Smith.
Okay.
Didn't tack enough. Poor decision making. Keep right on. Not that bad, says Toby Josh.
Right, okay.
Nearer the drop. A bit predictable, says Mark Wamel. And Doy for England.
Is that from Dennis?
And that's from Adrian.
Oh,
Well,
well, there you
yeah,
go.
same
it
thing.
it was one of the two, wasn't it? Yeah.
Different tick, the same. Yeah. 2-game season, says somebody called Chris Pugh. Typical Blues performance. There's another 50 or 60 of them, so there you go.
Oh,
2-game season.
so a good response from that then. Good response. Should we do that every week now?
Yes. Will.
Okay, so you have a 3-word review when Mr. Brown puts it up on the Tilton
Yeah, normally
Talk page.
Sunday or Monday morning.
Yeah,
so
Tilton Talk page, and then Andrew Whitehouse, who dares, wins.
No, we didn't dare.
Right.
That's very true because we did.
3 games
We
left.
certainly didn't dare on yesterday.
No.
And we didn't win. So
No. Right, okay, get back to these. Harry Parker, if we stay up, Villa can go up automatic. If we win the Premiership next year and the European Cup the year after, that's how unacceptable Division 1 would be.
except the indoor.
Yeah, I do agree. I do agree. Kevin Damon says, how much will we miss Dean? Quite a bit, I think.
yeah.
And who have we got to drop in?
But it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be Roberts or Grounds at left-sided centre back.
But it mixes that.
Yeah, but
that pattern up again, doesn't it?
It's a little bit disappointing. Morrison didn't have his best game yesterday, but actually alongside Dean.
Oh, somebody called Chicken Doors just asked to be a member of the Tilton Talk.
Has he?
Well, he can't speak
How
English anyway.
exciting! What valuable input he'll have on the show.
The strangest thing is, it's spelled wrong.
Oh, okay.
Well, surprise, surprise, he's actually outside.
Maybe it is him then.
Yeah, maybe. It's
But yeah, look, Morrison alongside Dean over the last month has actually looked pretty good. You know, we've kept clean sheets against Hull and Ipswich and away at Bolton. So you know, but I think you know he didn't have his best game on yesterday, but you've got to keep him in. I would be more inclined to go with Roberts, throw Roberts back in. But the Grounds being fit now is a possibility. Collins played at left back with Harding at right back over the last couple of weeks, so you could do that and throw Grounds in at centre half or Roberts. It's one of those, I think.
Steve Kimberley, I've got a Vile fan I work with, and he's not looking forward to the possibility of playing Millwall 3 times in less than a fortnight,
Yeah,
which
it could be.
which is a
I think
possibility.
that's
isn't
their
it?
last game, isn't it? That's their last regulation game of the season, Millwall.
Yeah.
And obviously they could play each other in the playoffs as well, so it'll be 3 Millwall games in a row.
George Ellis says, do you think it would it's the last game?
Do I think it will go down to the last game?
Just for us, specifically just for
normally
us.
does. It normally does, doesn't it? But
But
do you know what?
Don't do this to me.
Look at it. I'm going to say no.
Right, okay.
I'm going to say we're going to be safe come the Fulham game.
I want Dave Moore, 3 words, wash the flag. Thanks, mate. So you think then we're going to get a result or two?
I think we'll get result. I think we'll get something from both
of those two.
Sheffield United and QPR.
Right.
And Barnsley. So I mean, if we get a win and a draw, that takes us to 44. Barnsley need 3 points from Leeds away, Forest away, Brentford at home, and Bolton also Bolton will need a point. If Bolton lose their next 2 games, and we get 1 win and a draw, we're safe going into the last game. Bolton can't catch us.
And that's what we want, really.
That's absolutely
we don't want a last
want.
game scenario.
You don't want to go into the Fulham game and you're playing Fulham, who have got everything to play for.
Absolutely.
You go 2-0 down after 20 minutes, because that gives Barnsley and Bolton everything to go for. Then they see us 2-0 down, and it gives them such a massive boost.
Worst game for Hottest Sunday because of the formation, says Dave Nichols. He was playing.
What's he do?
I know.
Don't play him. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm a massive fan of Hotter. I am, and I defended him a lot when people were giving him a lot of criticism earlier on in the season under Cottrell. I felt he was being wasted. Where he was. And to be fair to him, you know what? For such a skillful player, someone who I've looked at in the past and gone, well, he's a luxury. He's a flair player. Has he really got the know-it-all to track back and defend well? Actually, with the exception of the first goal, where he got caught out positionally a little bit, he was excellent at tracking back. But then he's got the ball in the left back position. You're not going to do anything there. You can't influence the game in that position.
Right.
I'd have played one of the kids over him there. You could have played Dacus Cogley or whoever. If you were going there to draw, then don't play Hotter in that position.
Okay. Kelly's asking 6-3-1 formation for the remainder of the season.
No,
No.
please, never again.
No.
Never again is Hotter left back and Colin right back with 4 in between them.
Pete Taylor says I'd swap Roberts for Ndoye's plane fare back to France. And would the partnerships of Grounds and Morrison really make you feel confident? Is asking Steve Portman.
Not as confident as Morrison and Roberts, which is why I'd probably go for Morrison and Roberts against Sheffield United. I think 2 natural centre halves is better than I like Grounds. He's done this season in particular before he got injured. He's probably nearly in the top 3 for Player of the Season. To be fair, but as a centre half with 3 games to go, I'd probably want a centre half there.
Darren Whitehouse has another scenario for you. Has anyone seen thought of the scenario that Cardiff will beat Derby and be 4 points clear and maintain until last match, meaning Fulham finish 3rd and can't get automatic last day?
If that's the case, obviously there's the new EFL rule that you can't make 11 changes. Is it 8?
7 on the bench normally.
7 have to be 7 of the match day squad have to be in the next match day squad. Is that how
something
it is,
like
or something?
Yeah. No, it's 10.
10.
Yeah.
10 of the match day squad of 18 have to be in the next match. So, but you can easily get around that by putting everyone on the bench and then just not using them and bringing lots of kids in. If that is the case, then a bit like the Huddersfield game last season, it gives us a massive, massive boost, doesn't it? You know Fulham's mentality is not going to be on that game; it's going to be on the playoffs. But as it turns out, I don't think that's going to be the case. Because I think Fulham will.
Kev Lloyd says you forget that Fulham could well be in the playoffs and will rest players. Of course, that's what we're discussing right now.
Yeah.
I just can't. There's so many permutations.
It's why it's difficult doing this. It's why it's difficult doing your predictions. Because actually, you don't know what's going to happen next week. If Sunderland beat Burton next week, then my Bolton, my hope that Bolton will crumble might go, because I don't think Burton. I think Burton's attitude again in that Bolton game then he's gone. Because I think they're, in their heads they're relegated. So I think Bolton go into that game a little bit with the spring in their step, which is why it's difficult to do this, because you don't know.
It's interesting.
Every game, everybody's attitude changes. For the next game, so it is difficult to do that. But it shows that Barnsley in particular, if we do pick up points against Sheffield United and QPR, Barnsley do need to do something quite spectacular
against Forest. Certainly, yeah. George Ellis says we need to do it ourselves, not rely on other teams. I know we do, but we have to discuss what these other teams.
We're not going to win all
not
three.
No.
We're not going to win all 3 games, and neither's everybody else. So actually, it is important to see what everybody else is doing, because your mentality changes. Look, what would have happened? I don't know for certain, but I would be surprised if Monk would have gone so defensive had Barnsley beat Bolton, because that would have been the worst possible result for us.
Yeah, it really would. Yeah.
And so I'd have been surprised if he'd have gone that defensive against Wolves. So everybody else's results do impact on how everybody else plays and how everybody else thinks going into games.
Interesting point from Paul Hipkins. Let's not judge Roberts on how he played for Cottrell. Look at the difference. A lot of the players since he's been replaced by a manager with a clue.
Completely, especially as he's a centre-half himself.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's a suspension for Dean, not an injury, Monk knows all week now that he's going to be without Dean, so he's going to be working Roberts and he's going to be working Grounds as hard as he can, and he's going to be so he can see which one plays against Morrison. He'll have it in his own head which one he probably wants already.
Yeah.
So all this week it's going to be Morrison and Roberts or Morrison and Grounds working together to prepare for the Sheffield United game.
Interesting question here from Dave Nichols. Do you think Ndoye is playing better under Monk?
No.
And that wasn't. I wasn't.
No.
Nick, what were you expecting then, Nick? What reply was you expecting?
I saw. And I don't know if people are doing it deliberately.
No.
To try and get a buy. I know Adrian did it. He's the king of fishing, isn't he, Adrian? You know what I mean? But I don't know if people are doing it. But again, on Saturday, people seem to warm to him.
Man of the match, according to a lot of them.
He's doing absolutely nothing that you could not do.
Wow.
Honestly, he isn't. He isn't. He's shadowing. He's not.
I'm going to limit you to yeses and nos.
He's not actually making challenges. He just shadows.
Stop being one-eyed. He
chases after people, and he just shadows. So anybody can do that. You are not influencing any part of that game. And I mean, distribution-wise, for once this season, I think Keefton Bell probably matched him for poor distribution, because both of them were woeful at keeping the ball yesterday.
Kev Kelly in the press conference, I've seen Monk clutching Mr. Pugh's spreadsheet.
Desperately trying to work it out. Yeah.
And Alison Shilton, your third shout out of the night. Who's going in the summer?
What league are we in?
We don't know. This is a problem, isn't it? Yeah.
When we work out what league we're in, we can try and work out who's going and who's coming.
Stuart McDowell says, got to admit it, Ndoye does wave his arms about better under Monk.
He's pointing all that. That's brilliant comment, Stuart. I said it. We were in the pub watching it, and he is. Just, I don't think anybody knows. I'm not even sure he knows what he's pointing at, or what actually he's saying. But he's directing people left, right, and centre. Oh,
George Ellis,
honestly.
can't get this one. George Ellis is saying he can't cope with going to the last game. I had enough last year, but with Shea out and Dean out, will be tough. They'll both be back for that game. Well,
Both.
Shea
Adams is
now,
back. Adams will be back for
as long as you don't get
Saturday.
another red.
Yeah.
And Dean will be back
for the Fulham game.
For the Fulham game. So, so Dean and Shea Adams should be available for that game, barring any stupidness or injuries or likes. Yeah.
But let's not even think about Fulham yet. You got two much more realistic chances of picking up points before the Fulham game.
Brian Johnson says Undoy played a few good simple balls, but you are right, you could do it.
Isn't it? You can look back on any show this year, and I've maintained from day one, you pick out a relatively fit, energetic, young football fan from the Tilton, and he will do what Czech Ndoye does. That's what I've maintained from day one.
My prayer is that Czech is the one that scores the goal that keeps us up, though.
It
is. No, but it is.
Wouldn't it just be so typical?
Just ironic, yeah.
And then I have to come in and laud him to
and
the heavens.
And he plays a wonder.
Do you know what I mean? He scores, bangs one in from 40 yards, but...
Oh, dear.
And then I wake up and realise that the chances of that...
Here's another question for you.
Yeah, go on.
What is the cut-off point? Whereas, how many games you have to lose before it's monk out?
Before?
It's monk out. Yeah. It won't be monk out this season.
No.
How many games you got left?
Even if we go down.
No. Even if we lose every
if we lose every game and we go down, it will not be monk out.
Okay.
No,
yeah.
I totally agree with you.
Because people know it's not his fault.
And the beginning of the next season? How many games in?
Does it, if he stays, people will be expecting automatic promotion, won't they?
Well, yeah.
So
I'm just getting prepared for next season.
Probably. How many games did Redknapp get? How many games did Redknapp get at the start of this season? 10?
Yeah.
Less than that?
Really, I know it's hypothetical, but we certainly seem a lot more settled with these guys in charge.
Honestly, I know we've lost the last two, but it's a different...
But we knew that we weren't going to win them all.
Exactly, and Bristol City, is a tough place to go to.
Yep.
And Wolves are the best team in the Championship by a country mile, and they're the best team the Championship's seen in a hell of a long time. So realistically, it's not a case of don't worry about it, but let's look realistically at what's happened since Monk's come in. We've lost to Middlesbrough and Cardiff, which were his first two games, both of them in the top 6. Yeah. We then pick up 10 points from 12 against teams who are in and around us. Massive points. And then we go away to Bristol City and away to Wolves, and we've lost both of them. Now, we've played 8 games under Monk. We've picked up 10 points.
And Burton, you missed Burton out then.
No, that was in the 10 points,
right, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So we played the 4 games, the 10 points out of 12. The one we didn't get 3 points from was Burton. But we've played 4 teams who are in the top 8, and we've lost to them all. Now, there's no disgrace in that. They're in the top 8 for a reason. The teams who we needed to beat or pick up points from, we have done. Now we need to go and do it again.
Kevin Kelly says Monk won't be here next season, regardless of the outcome.
Oh, I don't believe that.
No,
he signed a 3-year deal, hasn't he?
Yeah.
If we stay up, he's not going in the summer.
Do these 3-year deals, 10 years deals, don't really mean anything
Yeah,
these days?
if we stay up, there's no way Monk's going anywhere.
Yeah,
unless we sack him.
Andrew White says, Jesus, fellas, Monk out, not a chance, but bear in mind he won't stay, I don't think. We are 3 seasons away from promotion. My opinion, we'll win the next 2 and draw with Fulham, says Wazza. Thanks for that, let's hope. And Pat Bagley, TTA are so unpredictable. Monk is not safe. No manager is or ever will be, as long as we have these owners. I think they've learnt a few lessons along the way.
You hope so. You hope so.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Mark Reddy says, I think
Will Mr. Fun be here next season? As if you want me or not, Dennis. To be honest.
Mark Reddy says, I think that you shouldn't get Undoy's case so badly. You're hardly helping his confidence for these last 3 games.
What?
Yeah,
his confidence isn't going to be battered from an idiot ranting on about him on a radio station. checking to his confidence. He's not. He doesn't even understand English yet, does he? He probably won't even understand what I'm saying.
And going back to Monk, Pete Taylor says Monk is a better version of Rowett, younger with Premier League experience. Gregory wants to know if there's any news on the main stand being redeveloped. No.
That's never going to happen.
The what?
They were talking about that in
The main stand.
1962.
Well, my system's just crashed. I don't think is everything else working or not.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
I think it has.
No, it's back. Is it back on?
Yeah.
It's back up.
Interesting.
There we go.
We're still recording and we're still going out on srbradio.com.
85 shares so far we've had today.
Oh, we're back.
85 shares. Right, if we could do the competition, I think it's my turn to do it this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine was
Just
last
check to
week.
see if
Yeah.
we're still here. Here we are. Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
You're listening to Trevor Francis on the Tilton Talk Show.
And here we go. I'll have that one, please.
Don't have that one.
And we have Kenneth Stanley. Kenneth Stanley. There you go.
Kenneth Stanley.
Ba-da, Kenneth Stanley. All you got to do is get in touch with the show, with Chris Brown, and I'm sure he'll send you a message off. And congratulations to you.
Kenneth
All you got to do,
Stanley,
as you know, is share this Twitter
that
feed,
lovely card.
Facebook feed, on your own Facebook pages. Right, got to say massive happy birthday to my sister yesterday, Pat. You met her last week, didn't you, Chris?
I did,
You
yes,
did?
yeah.
Yeah.
She's
It was
not
her
like
birthday
you at all,
yesterday,
is she?
so many
She's
happy
nice.
returns to you. Prediction for your score for Saturday then?
Oh, this early.
I know. Well, we've got.
Yeah, we've got to get the pies in yet and all sorts of things.
Yes, mate. I think. I think both teams will score, and I'm gonna have to. I have to back us, so I'm going 2-1 Blues.
2-1 Blues. Okay.
If Barnsley and Bolton don't win, I will take a point and go into the QPR game.
Kevin French wants to know which foreign football shirt is Mr. Fun wearing tonight.
It is not a foreign football shirt.
Ooh. Have you?
Oh, look at that! That's quality.
It is
That is absolute quality.
Blues training top.
Proper. That's
Can
proper.
I just say to Kevin Kelly that Mr. Fun has got his present in front of him. He's going
I
to
have,
he's
yeah.
going to open it
It's
any
very
second now.
exciting.
Any
Very
second.
intriguing. It's almost like Christmas, isn't
Isn't
it?
it just?
It is, yeah.
There you go. Would you like to then?
You're going to open it now? Go on then, open it now.
Oh. So what have we got?
I have
Is it your
pre-opened
birthday
it
or
just to make
something?
it
Which
easy
one is
for
it?
you. Yeah. It's everything that's in there.
Everything.
Everything is in there. It's yours.
Well, there's nothing in that.
It's a piece of cardboard.
Okay,
That's
let's go. Yeah, but
fine.
it's a nice piece
So I
of
assume
cardboard.
it's in this. Oh,
Brilliant, Kev.
Okay.
Absolutely brilliant.
Are you going to show the
that's
audience?
lovely. That is, Kevin. What appears to be, expertly signed, photo of
The man
Birmingham
himself.
City midfielder Chekandoy.
Yeah.
And what are these called again?
It's a pennant, isn't it?
A pennant.
Pennant,
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah.
Pendant.
Pendant.
Pendant,
Yeah, it was Jermaine Pendant.
A Jermaine pendant
Jermaine Pendant.
of Angers, which is Ndoye's former club
That's really
back
thoughtful.
in
Kev.
France. That's very, very kind of you, Kevin. I'll keep this.
And that's a certificate of authenticity.
It is, yeah,
Is that to say that the
to prove that
signature is real?
Check Ndoye absolutely 100% signed that.
That's really nice. What a lovely gesture.
That is a lovely gesture. I will keep it by my bed at all times to ward off evil spirits.
Can Mr. Trevor please leave Chekundoy alone for now because he wasn't the worst player on the pitch on Sunday.
Wasn't he?
Right, just crashed the feed again
Yeah, I
apparently.
don't know what's going on. We must have too many people coming on at the same time. I don't know.
If that's the case, just give your
I'm still live.
Your system
Yeah,
a refresh.
it's
Top
got back
left-hand
on
corner
there.
where
Only for a
the
couple of seconds.
little round arrow is on the top left corner of your Facebook page there. Give that a refresh and it should be back on. Jermaine Pendant was a great player from Gregory.
Was a
He
great player.
Right, it was a good player.
Brilliant
He was a good
winger.
player.
Yeah.
That's probably the best crosser of the ball I've seen.
Was it the one
And
that had-
Beckham was good at crossing, as was Larson.
Yeah.
But actually, Pennant combining pace down the wing with the ability to whip the ball in, I thought Pennant was vastly underrated.
Didn't he have some problems? Didn't he have problems with the prison service?
Yes, he
did.
did. He had to play with his tag on.
That's right. He played with his tag on, didn't he?
Which was at the same time. Remember those sock ties, which were sponsored, and we had the ties around the socks.
Oh right.
The little tags.
Right.
And then he had to do something with his because he had to wear his tag, so he had to extend it or something, or he had to do something special to his.
Yeah.
Because he was having to wear his tag.
Okay, it seems as though we've got, according to Robert Doyle, a Russian attack on the Tilton Talk.
That's what it must be. Yeah.
So they're probably
Me
downloading.
criticising Endoy, the Russians aren't happy.
Well, somebody's actually already commented on that as well.
Okay.
Somebody's already picked up on that one already. Yeah, so sorry. So you just have to keep refreshing. Do apologise. It's.
I think we're back on now.
We
though.
don't think it's our end. Bick says Pennant did the business for us and we got good money for him. You're absolutely right. He went to Stoke,
I'm
didn't he?
pretty sure
Did he go to Stoke after us?
Liverpool.
Yes.
I think he went to Liverpool.
Liverpool first, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm right in saying he's still our record sale. I don't think we've received more for any other player than we have when we sold Pennant to Liverpool. I think that's right.
Robert Doyle says you're the double agent. You look like a Russian.
It's not true, Robert.
Mr. Funya action figure on the way. Check in the post.
Very good.
Ka-ching.
It's too early for that nonsense.
It is, yeah. We've got another 15 minutes before we start. Yeah, Steve Rice saying we got 6 million for him, which would have been a lot of money back then.
Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure
Martin Swinsko saying 7 million, so we'll split the difference.
I'm pretty sure
around 6-7 million.
He's still our record sale. So, yeah, but I thought he was very, very good. Yeah, I enjoyed watching him.
All right, okay, Alison Shilton, fourth shout out of the night. You can hear us loud and clear. Well done, you. Well done. Ladies, anything going on this week?
We've got Yeovil away
Yes.
on Wednesday night. Return to league action. It's a 7:45 kickoff. So yeah, looking forward to that. Looking forward to getting back into the league action. The development side had their cup final on Saturday at St George's Park against Man City. Unfortunately, it lost 3-1, but a good experience for them.
I can imagine even their development side have got
Man City.
money behind.
Well, Man City won the underage, like the youth under 16 trophy, and the development final on the same day. So there's nothing wrong with their
Money to money.
with their academy system.
Yeah.
They lost in the semi-final of the FA Cup to Chelsea this weekend, though.
Yes, I watched some of that.
Yeah. So
Good game.
yeah. So yeah, Yeovil on Wednesday night, back to league action. Hopefully 3 points and get back chance to get back into third spot in the league, which would be brilliant.
Massive achievement, yeah. Tremendous achievements from the girls.
And in 2 weeks' time, I'll be crowing about my penalty.
This, ladies and gentlemen, on what can you find out what the latest for me?
29th.
On the 29th of April 2018, the one and only Mr. Chris Pugh will be taking a penalty against Katrin
And Catherine, yeah.
Berger. And Katrin Berger, right? And then she will be taking one against him. Dennis has already fronted up £100 for the Birmingham Children's Hospital charity.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very, very much for
It's
that.
very kind of him.
However, what we want is a big crowd there.
My brother's already said he's going to be going.
Right, okay, cool. And then it would be good if we... Because the penalty itself won't be able to take place until after the game has finished.
Yeah.
Due to the fact that
playing the game,
a goalkeeper needs to do warm-ups, trainings, etc., etc., etc.
Want to be focused.
Absolutely. But then you're going to take a penalty against Anne, and she's going to take one against you.
Yeah.
It's
fair to say.
Can I have a prediction for this?
It's fair to say I'm looking forward to the first one more than I am the second.
Yeah, have you seen how far she can kick a ball?
Yeah, I know.
My goodness me, she can belt it.
Yeah, I'm really not looking forward to facing it, but yeah, I said last week, I think there's only two options for me taking it as well. I'm either slipping and ending on the floor, or the ball's ending up in the car park. This is one of two options.
Right. So where shouldn't I park my car then?
Yeah, don't park behind the goal. Yeah,
Park behind the goal.
That's the best. That's the best thing I could say. Yeah,
If I park on the road up by
Land Rover.
yeah,
Yeah,
you'll probably get that anyway.
You should be all right at Land Rover. Yeah, yeah.
Are you a chipper, a placer, or a blaster?
I don't want to give
Gregory
anything
Beasley wants to
away
say.
in case anybody's listening from the club. But yeah, I think I know where I'm going to put it. Yeah, I don't think I'll be blasting it, and I'm not going to be trying any Panenka little dinky chips or anything like that.
You're not giving anything away,
No.
are you, really, now.
No. Definitely not.
What happened to the Grand National sweep?
Okay, we
Says Kevin.
didn't give enough time and consideration.
No.
did we?
No,
we
I
didn't.
put it on the. I put it on Thursday night, didn't I?
Yeah.
And I think we had 10 people put in, so unfortunately there wasn't enough interest to give it a go.
What do we think about Kevin Kelly's other idea? A Tilton Talk Awards night.
A Tilton Talk Awards night. I like that.
We could easily do that.
Yeah.
Do
Shall
we-
we do it?
Do I need to get my
On a
guys talking
Monday
to somebody
night
else's guys?
here?
Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we could do, yeah. Yeah.
As long as we stay up, because I'm going to be.
Yeah,
I'm going
that's
to be,
gonna be a
I'm going to be
bleak
the
awards
vilest,
night if we
the
go down.
vilest
Oh,
of
yeah.
moods. if
Well,
we
we'll
go
do.
down.
Okay, if we stay up, we'll
the
do
Monday
one.
after the Fulham game, we'll do a show like a
Summary.
of the Fulham game and
Yeah.
of the season, and then the Monday after that, we'll do a awards
And we
thing.
can do best pies and everything. And
Best pies of the season.
stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And yet, Ray's confirmed that we've got over £1,000 for the Children's Hospital already.
Yeah,
Well,
1,020 now.
Yeah.
1,020?
1,020.
It just keeps going up.
We had two more
Okay,
on,
now that
yeah.
stream seems to have just flashed back out again. I don't know whether something
Still on mine.
hacking into us tonight. Penalty prediction: Mr. Fun will score off both posts on the bar. Richard Taylor.
If that goes in after that, honestly,
Put it in
I'll
row
take
13.
that all day.
Put it in row 13, but watch the fat bloke eating his
Yeah.
pie. That was me, Robert, by the way. Oh dear, we've got a pie, have we?
Yeah.
We found a pie.
Found a pie. Found a pie.
It's very appetising, does it?
Look at that. That's a Wolverhampton pie, that is,
Oh, is it?
apparently.
Oh, right, okay.
Not the best, is he? Yeah.
Right, and Doyle should have a penalty against Berger too. If he scores and Mr. Fun doesn't, he should do a forfeit of Nick and Mrs. Brown's choosing. Do people really hate you that much?
Do you know what?
They love to.
I'd back myself over Endoy from the penalty spot.
Oh dear. Greg was saying, can you hold it in the curry house? He's into his curry
I
tonight.
know, yeah.
Is he gagging for a bolt?
He's
That's the third one
absolutely
tonight, he said, didn't he?
Greg has suggested best interview. That will
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think I
It's
have
a
my
tricky one.
favourite
We've
for
had a
that
few.
one. I think I've got my favourite
Yeah.
for that one.
There is an award, actually, for the Tilton Talk Show. Yes. Super
And
Six.
welcome to my brother Lee. Well, thank you for joining in. Listen, Chris, is the vote still open for the blog?
No.
No, it closed on Sunday.
It closed on
It closed on
Sunday,
Sunday.
okay.
From
But you
from
could
what
only
I'm
vote
told.
once because they were checking IP addresses off you,
Yeah.
wherever you were
Yeah,
voting from.
Yeah. I think we got quite
so
a few on Twitter, though. So.
Yeah.
So it only. Do
If
we
we
know?
get-
Do we know when?
Well, it goes. What happens now? It goes to a stage 2, and then a stage 3, and then you're invited if you get to that stage. No,
Oh, right.
final nomination. So,
So we'll be staying here then.
probably. Well, we won't be telling you anyway. I mean, 'cause we're going, I can only take one person with me.
Adrian Norris has put best funny comment. There have been so many.
There haven't been many. I can't think of it.
What?
Best guest
dear,
appearance
dear.
on Tilton Talk. Ooh, we've had a few, haven't we?
We have had a few.
Had a few. Had a few good ones.
Yeah, if Mr. Fun
Joe,
scores.
I liked who was the Port Vale player who come in?
Yeah, that was an
I
interesting
thought
show.
that was a good show.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember his
Yeah.
name now.
No, it will come to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
I
was
one
thought it
that
was
smashed
good.
his face
Yeah,
up.
that was
Yeah.
Jeff
yeah,
Horsfield's
who-
friend. Yeah.
He's struggling with the injury. Yeah.
Robert Dawes says if Mr. Fun scores, can he do a lap of honour so we can all throw pies at him?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
More than happy to do that. Yeah.
Oh,
laugh of
yeah.
applause, laugh of appreciation.
Pete Taylor says, "I'll nominate
run
my
that
Michael
far?
Barrymore joke."
No, it'll be a gentle jog. I think, yeah.
Just around the penalty area.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Curtis Woodhouse. That was a good show. That was a good show. Oh, crikey, yeah.
Pete Taylor says, "I'll nominate me Michael Barrymore joke that
Yes.
somehow got read
Yeah,
out."
that
No,
got through.
We perhaps won't have
No.
I think the Karen Brady one was a good one.
Oh mate,
No.
I told my sister that one the other day.
Yeah,
Well, she couldn't believe it.
that was.
Couldn't
That was,
believe it.
that was
Neither
a
could
good-
I.
Unreal.
I think
It
that's
was
got to go
unreal.
down as joke of the year that we can't
The
that we
one
cannot
That
repeat.
we can't repeat it.
Yeah.
We didn't read out.
No, the only joke that we never read out.
Yeah.
Won.
Yeah. Lineker did match of the day in his pants. Come on, Mr. Fun, get your skidders on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but don't forget, people can only see my
It's on
top
Facebook
half.
Live, for
Well,
goodness
it's short
sake.
sometimes, anyway.
No, I know. Yeah.
Warmest day of the year, and you've not come in your shorts.
I was busy
Really
today.
busy. Yeah, what could we do? Can we have some suggestions from Mr. Fun?
Sensible.
Oh, don't
Yeah.
be silly.
Sensible that don't
No one is.
don't involve
No one's
any
gonna suggest
nudity
anything
or
sensible.
anything silly like that.
No,
Nothing to endanger me. Come on.
I want to be safe in my comfortable environment.
We've all got people who are relying on us.
Dance rant about Redknapp, best interview for me.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Very
that
good
was
one,
a
yeah,
good
very
one,
good one.
yeah.
He was
That was a
not
good one.
a happy man about Redknapp, was he?
No, and I didn't think he was going to come with that in mind, to be fair.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? And then when I absolutely sort of drilled it, and when I was on the way home specifically,
Yeah.
and drilled it and thought about it a lot, I thought, well, some good points in that.
Yeah. He didn't sit on the fence.
Sorry?
He didn't sit on
No.
the fence.
No. Yes, Mandy, we're hoping that Tom Ross is on next
He will
week.
be on as long as I can remember to remind him. So if somebody reminds me,
If
I'll
I remind you
him.
to remind him,
Yes.
Can you remind me to remind him to remind him?
If someone reminds me to remind you to remind you.
He would have been on tonight, but I left it too late. So
Yeah.
Oh, you're a plonker, aren't you?
I know.
God, stuff.
And,
Can't get him, can you?
Martin O'Connor as well.
Martin
Still a
O'Connor, yes,
possibility before the end of the season?
he's actually commentating tonight.
Oh, is he?
so he couldn't come.
Oh, on the under 23s, is it?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Eat a pie upside down from Adrian Harris. Mr. Fun in a Mexican cap from Mexican hat.
I can do a Mexican hat. I'm more than happy with
Have
that.
you got one?
No, I don't. I don't mind finding one though. Dennis, what do you like with tigers? Not great. Not much experience with dealing with tigers.
And this one from my brother. Just amazing. He has been ostracised, by the way. He's
Yeah.
He turned when he was young.
Yeah, it's a shame, really.
Really is, yeah. Just amazing how I, as a beautiful Vile fan, I wouldn't call you either, to be perfectly honest with you. I can't remember the last time you went. Had more faith in you guys staying up than you lot did. Was only a few weeks ago when you're all crying in your boots. Keep the faith, guys, laughing lots. You got the playoffs to contend with, sunshine.
Yeah,
So
they might have.
they might
Still
have,
not
yeah.
out of it yet.
Nick Rawson wants to see you in a Vile top. No, I don't want that. I do not
No.
want that.
No.
Don't want that.
No.
Kevin Damon suggested Tony Butler. Tony Butler. Tony Butler now.
Sorry, but I don't think he's very well at the moment.
No, he's
so,
not. No.
yeah.
Would be nice though. Would be
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, crikey, yeah.
Matthew
Carter
Rosen
was good when he come in, talking to people who are on the
Darren
radio.
Carter
Was good when he
was
come
a
in.
great
I love the
interview when
Darren
he
Carter
came
one.
in,
Yeah, that was really good. Mr. Fun should interview and Doy. You could take along your sign.
Brilliant.
It's never
You
going
could
to
take along your sign.
Hi, check,
little photograph and wave
it's
it at him, couldn't you?
Mr. Fun from the Tilton Talk Show here. How have you enjoyed your season at Blues?
Pardon?
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, anyway, thanks ever so much for your valuable input. This has been Mr. Fun from the Tilton Talk Show.
Honestly. Oh dear. Tom Ross is going to be on the phone next week, not in the studio.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, Tom on the phone next
He
week.
might surprise me. Yeah.
He sometimes does surprise, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
it's a surprise. He knows where we are.
Funniest moment, Mr. Pure Irish transfer deadline day.
I've just seen.
I must admit.
I've just seen Pete Taylor's put the best moment was the Tilton Talk exclusive of the Alex Song signing.
Yeah.
What a player for us he's been. He has, hasn't he? Hasn't Song? What a part he's played for us this season, Alex Song. Signing on deadline day.
Oh, yeah. See, seems like all my family's in Pat. I've wished you happy birthday already once, but as I've just seen you now flash up, happy birthday for yesterday, sweetie.
I don't think I'll ever forget that. I don't think I'll ever forget the impending doom that dawned on me when it just wasn't announced on Sky Sports, and I thought, I don't believe this.
I was sitting in the
Just
pub.
announced it.
I cried.
I mean, we had like 40,000 new members and stuff like that.
I was sitting in the pub.
Nothing.
And I was shouting my head off because he was signing for
I know.
I'm going to get everybody. It's
Nothing.
going to come up on
I
there.
kept
any
looking at
minute.
the sky going, come on!
The one-eyed Baz interview. It's always a pleasure to interview Baz. Actually, the first one that I did with him was when we were very primitive. at the
Long
Tilton
time.
Talk Show.
5, 6,
I wasn't
6
there.
years, 7 years
I
ago.
wasn't here.
Probably,
It
yeah.
scared the life out of me. It was just like
Yeah.
me and a microphone and a table, and
Yeah.
that was it.
Has he
We
got
didn't have
smaller?
computers and things like
Has he
that.
got smaller?
Huh?
Do you think he's got smaller? Baz.
I don't know. He's well tuned.
Yeah, I
he's
hate him.
absolutely. Did you see the picture of him on Twitter last week?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What's the, did he beat somebody?
Yeah, or TJ's very good at photoshopping. Robert Hopkins was a good one, yeah. Paul Dev was
That
a
was a
good
great
one.
one. Yeah.
Get your brother on, we can rip him to bits, says Maureen Minute. Maureen, it'd be a pleasure for you to rip him to shreds on your own, love, to be perfectly fair. Pat Spores, blame you. Kiss, thank you very much. Dan Ivory. Any more news on that one?
Dan Ivory. Oh no, I need to. I'll have to give him a shout. Yeah.
And Ray says Alex Song is only a few games behind Vassell and Lowe.
That's true, yeah. He's done as much as some people have this season.
Oh,
yeah.
dear me.
Yeah.
I had to stay in the pub for 4 hours and wait for that news not to come through.
I know. I just,
Hey, Ray Albro's got a great memory. He says that Barrington came with Hoppy the first time he did. Yeah, I remember that.
Kevin Damon says no sound. Try turning yours up, my friend, because I think
That's-
everybody else seems to be working.
right, yeah.
Can we not get
No,
Cottrell in
okay.
from Robert Doyle? Do you think he'd come?
I
this
don't
time?
want him in.
You wouldn't want an interview.
I
You
don't
wouldn't
want to. I don't want to
Huh?
talk to him.
You wouldn't want to ask him why he said those things about the players not being scared. Being
'Cause
scared
he's
to play at home.
An arrogant, egotistical so-and-so. So
Okay.
it wouldn't be his fault, and he'd just blame everybody else, and he'd probably storm out after 5 minutes. So, no point.
Kev French, interesting point. Would Harry have got the team playing well if he was given more time? I think it had split at that time. don't
It's
you?
it's $1 million question, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think, like you say, I think it will. I think it would put people 50-50 down the middle. A lot of people weren't happy with the way Redknapp was going about things. You think back to that Burton game where he publicly outed a lot of the players and stuck up for Zola, which I wasn't particularly happy about the fact that he did that. Considering how bad Zola was for us, we were there. We saw it week in, week out how bad Zola was, and then he come.
Season.
After that Burton game, he had a pop at the players and stuck up for Zola. And you think to yourself, well, you weren't here, mate. In all fairness, you didn't see what Zola was doing to us. So, I think it will split people. Do I think we'd be 2 points from safety with 3 games to go under Redknapp?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Aaron Gadder's saying, I'm agreeing with Mr. Fun here. He wouldn't be great to talk to. Pete Taylor said he'd blame Tilton Talk Show for upsetting
He
and
would,
bullying
yeah.
Cottrell.
Yeah, he would. He would. It'd be our fault. We make it difficult for the players to play at home, remember? So, yeah.
Yes, we've had Hoppy in. Paul Robinson would be a good shout, but as he's still attached
Still
to the club,
involved with the
I think
club, no
standard,
chance.
the standard email would come back. We
Yeah.
can't accommodate you
We
at this
can't
time.
No chance.
But
All we can do is
Lord
keep
Redknapp
plugging
was
away,
not given
don't we?
enough time, says Pat Begley. I don't know. I'm divided. I'm very divided on that one because he split the camp.
I can see why people warmed to him. Yeah, we fell for him that
Yeah,
that whole
how can you
summer
not?
transfer window. It was all down to Redknapp.
Yeah.
The excitement of being linked with a different player every 3 hours.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous,
It
and,
was a
and that
Barry
was
Fire
all
effect,
down
yeah.
to Redknapp being in charge. But actually, you look at some of the dross we did bring in, the scattergun approach, as somebody mentioned earlier,
Yeah.
of that transfer window, and we spent a lot of money and weren't left with much.
George Ellis says there's no point in ifs and buts, but Monk is our manager now, and he's
I thought he was going to say Monk out then.
It
Controversial.
does actually. Monk is out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Monk is our manager now, and he's young and hungry like Rowett. If we stay up, I think we'll get up towards the playoffs. I'm hoping you're absolutely right, George.
I'm just hoping we're not in this position again next season. That's the thing.
Listen.
You give me Ipswich and Norwich's season this next season, and I'll snap your hands off.
Paul Hipkins says Redknapp should never have been sacked if all we had as another option was Cottrell.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The only thing
That's
was
what
that Cottrell was coaching the team.
If you'd have got rid of Redknapp and bought in, well, you couldn't have done because Monk was still at Middlesbrough at the time.
Yeah.
But if you'd have got rid of Redknapp and bought in an expressive manager like Monk, rather than Redknapp's not doing it, let's give it to the person who was with him last year. That's a really poor approach to take, and it proved.
Gregory's asking if there's a Tilton Talk box for next season. Yes,
Wouldn't
if you're
that be
paying for it.
fantastic?
We'll have a box if you pay for it.
Come
mate,
on,
don't we?
Gregory.
Come on, Adrian.
Yeah,
Sort it out
Adrian.
for
Yeah,
us.
Good.
Come on, Aid.
Come on, Aid.
You're
You
in
never
the
do anything
know.
else.
Come on, Aid.
Good point from Ray. The season tickets were sold on the back of Harry for some. They certainly were.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Redknapp was given too much public time.
And I think,
Cottrell was given time. Monk not enough.
yeah, certainly. If Monk would have come in January, I don't think we'd be where we are now,
No,
for
no.
certain. But the point is a very good one. That actually a lot of why we're so despondent at the moment is because you think back to 12 months ago, during the transfer window, when you're being linked with people, we've signed David Stockdale, was the first one we'd signed, and best keeper in the Championship last year. And actually, people under Redknapp, Redknapp's saying, I'm not going to stay unless I think we can get promoted, and he stays. That optimism that we had last summer, it did account for a lot of season ticket sales, and it did account for
I think it did.
a lot. Even December, January, when Redknapp was gone and Cottrell was in charge, and the crowds were still good. I think that's because of what that summer did to us.
Yeah, I think we're still suffering from that.
It built a
effect,
lot
yeah.
of optimism, and actually, why the fact that we're three games to go and we're not safe. I think that's why a lot of people are very despondent about how this season's gone. Actually, but as much as a lot of the sales, you could give Redknapp credit for some things, but you've also got to throw the bucket in for a lot of other things as well.
Robert Doyle's asking, can we get Monk in? I reckon he'd go for it. He may do after the season.
However, I honestly reckon he'd be more than happy to come in. You've got to get it past the club.
What I want each and every single one of you to do now is, if Adrian or Ray or anybody in the know knows of the contact at Birmingham City Football Club, who would you say, Chris?
Contact that said, well, it'd be Colin Tatum. I think he rules. He rules. No, if you can get past him, you've done really well.
All right, Colin Tatum. He's got an email address.
Yeah.
Bombard him.
Twitterize him.
Let him
That's the best
Twitterize
way.
him. Twitterize him.
Hashtag Monk for TTS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get it trending worldwide.
Get it going. Get it moving.
Yeah.
Let's get a
Let's
movement
get it more
on the go.
popular than Ant McPartlin's 12-second speech. Come on.
It's £86,000 fine.
Yeah.
It's a
That's a
whapper,
lot of
wasn't
money,
it?
that
That's a
wasn't.
whapper.
Oh yeah. He'll miss that, won't he?
Yeah. It's
Oh.
nearly half an hour's work.
I know. Jeez, how's he going to live without that? Wow. Poor bloke.
So that's what you could do for us. You could create a whole wave of excitement over Twitter and Facebook and any social media networks. I'm sure you can search for Colin Tatum and just ask the question.
I think he's still on Twitter, isn't he?
He's probably listening.
Now and again, yeah.
He's probably listening. Ask the Mick Harford and Liam Daesh, if they're coming and I'm not. Could you imagine them two? Oh dear me. Best moment for the
Good luck disagreeing with them.
Dennis is saying the best moment for the show for exposure had to be the coffin.
Well, good. Yeah.
It was very good, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
And Aaron Garrett is saying we definitely won't be in this position under Monk. And I spoke to AJ not long ago. One for the future. Who's AJ?
I put that AJ. Andrew Johnson. Yeah.
Andrew Johnson.
Yeah. I've
Be
spoken
good
to
to have
him.
him
Yeah,
on.
I've spoken to him.
Great player.
Loved watching him.
Little
Yeah,
white-haired,
yeah.
flary.
Big Crystal Palace hero he is.
Yeah.
Massive.
Everton.
I love him.
Went to Everton and I loved
Yeah,
him there
I
as
love
well.
him.
Didn't play that much, but
And
loved him.
I think he's working for Crystal Palace now. He's
Is he?
ambassador. For
Okay,
them.
yeah.
And Gregory Beasley says you could sell the box set each week 10 spaces. Not
We
if
could
we're in this
easily.
position.
No,
This time next
yeah.
year we won't make, so we'll be making a big loss. But Gregory, the offer is still there. If you wish
Come
to pay,
and buy
if you
a
wish to
seat
pay
to sit
for it,
next to this miserable lot.
if you wish to pay for it, my friend, we'll be only too pleased to turn up and eat the sandwiches.
Hashtag Tilton Monk Show. from
Kev Kelly says
Steve
in League
Portman.
One, the Tilton Talk box will be on.
Yeah.
We could all eat pies in the box.
That's all they'll be offering.
Season ticket sales will be down next year. Let's have a think about that, because I'm not too sure that they will be if we get safety.
If we survive and Monk's still in charge,
Yep.
and the lone players go back, and we get a little bit of funds, sign 2 or 3 players, I reckon people will fall for it again. Monk's that sort of manager, you know. He's very easy to believe in. You know, he talks a good game, and he's very good to listen to. And like I said, you can see yourself following what he says. So I agree. I think if you have a good summer, you have a good pre-season, get a few decent results under your belt, get the confidence going. I think there will be a few again. Yeah.
Ray says I would argue that we stayed up last season. The pre-season was a farce. It was a bit, wasn't it?
It was a farce.
Certainly going to Port Vale.
Yeah, but you know everything, and
No
just,
disrespect to Port Vale, of course.
But it was just all a bit. It was so haphazard, wasn't it? You know,
Yeah,
we'd play a pre-season game. It wouldn't be working, so we'd go out and sign another 3 players, and then we'd have another pre-season game, and nothing would work again. So we went out and got a couple more. So.
Hashtag Tilton Monk Show.
Yeah.
Hashtag Tilton Monk Show. Thanks for that suggestion, Steve.
I think
Portman.
Aaron Galliers as well put Tatum, give us a monk. Tatum, give us a monk. Or something.
Can we get Theresa May in and ask her why she hasn't got Brexit sorted out yet? Here they go. It's the last 50. Oh, crikey, it's the last. Where's that gone to?
5.
Where's that gone to? Last 5 minutes. Goodness me.
Hell.
Would the horse turn up for a show? He's been on the phone, hasn't he? The horse.
We've had him on the
He was
show.
on
We've
the
had him
phone,
on the phone. Yeah.
On phone we have you. Yeah.
Did Mr. Fawn, has that Blues training top got Undoy written on the back of it?
No.
No.
What
I
do
didn't
you
think
think?
it would have. I didn't think it would have. George Ellis, one of the up and coming youngsters, would love it, George. But as I say, you know, it's got to be. We need some help from you guys out there now. Because you know we do this every week. We turn up for this every week. We don't get paid for it. We don't want to get paid for it. That's not what it's all about.
Wouldn't mind.
Speak for
would-
yourself.
Explain yourself, yeah.
But you know, it's
I wouldn't mind a fuel card or something like that.
or a new car.
Your car.
Come get me a van, quick.
Your name on the side,
Radio
yeah.
car, yeah.
Get me a van, so put my ladders and everything on the top, yeah. Get the Carrot on the show. Well, unfortunately, Jasper Carrot's is now on tour, so he'll getting better and better. Week
Yeah,
by
because he
week.
wasn't very well, was he?
That's good that he's back on tour.
Yeah.
Obviously shows
brilliant, yeah.
he's feeling better.
Yeah, so he's obviously going to be practicing up and ready for that, etc., etc.
Well, it could be his warm-up gig.
I have actually messaged him, but no, he's got to go back to me.
People are talking to people.
Yeah.
What did you say? Have you got any buffalo, mate?
Carrot!
Carrot. Oh dear, getting towards that time, Nick. I'm getting the takeaway menus out.
Oh, we haven't done that.
Michael
Oh, God,
Jordan
we
all
haven't
about
done
that.
that
I've
this week. We'll have to
forgotten all
leave
about
it
it.
till next week. Yeah.
We probably will now.
Stephen Gill said Michael Johnson would be great on the show. We have actually.
We've had Michael
We've
Johnson
We've had
yeah.
him.
We had on the was on the phone, wasn't he?
He was on the
Michael
phone,
Johnson
yeah.
was on,
Nice
Yeah.
to get him in here, actually.
Yeah,
good,
very
yeah.
good speaker.
Oh,
about the
brilliant
game.
speaker,
He is,
yeah.
Hashtag Tilton Monk Show. Get on Twitter. Tag Colin in it. Every tweet that you possibly can. See if we can pull something out of the bag. I went to Oxford pre-season and Joy's first game. I think I could tell he was different. Lol. Stephen Rice. Can we get Putin on and tell him to stop hacking the show? Robert Doyle. Thanks for that one.
He's
Dear
really
me.
busy.
Jerry Gill was a good interview. Jerry Gill was the highest audience we had. We had 97,600 people around the world.
Yeah.
97,600 people around the world listened to that interview.
I think must have been a glitch in the internet or something,
Yeah.
and
Well, you
they must have
don't
got the
think this is
names wrong or
Do you
something.
think the Russians
you know.
were starting back then? You know,
Probably Jerry Springer, or they thought it was
Yeah.
somebody else. I don't know what happened there.
Oh, that's fantastic. That
It was, yeah.
He was very good as well, Jerry Gill.
He's
Was
a great speaker.
managing at Bath, isn't he
City
now
at
as
the
well?
moment,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
I don't think they're doing too bad.
No,
I
no,
think he's got a
no.
promotion, playoff place coming
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
Quick mention as well. Obviously, Blues ladies are connected with them. Solihull Moors.
Yeah.
What a job Mark Yates has done at Solihull
That's right.
Moors.
They won again, didn't they?
They looked absolutely doomed a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
I think their home form is terrific of late, and they've pulled themselves away from the drop. So fair
I know,
play to
yeah.
them.
Done well. And Marcus
Yeah.
has been sacked again
As they,
from Chester. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
so-
okay.
But they're in big trouble, Chester.
Yeah,
so
they
money-wise
are.
and
They're-
things,
yeah.
Mark Smith thinks I need some Pampers. I don't know why.
Okay.
Got
Good
any
to know.
I can promise you I've not actually had an accident or anything. Good evening from Wallingford for Mark Smith. Good evening to you. What about the actor David Harewood? That would be a good shout.
Yeah, he's quite active on Twitter, isn't he, David Harewood?
Oh, crikey. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I might
That'd be
put
a
the,
good one to have on if he's
What
on.
about
yeah.
Mr. Blue Sky's Jeff Lynn? That would also be a good one. And there's a guy who lives up by me as well.
Very
Tried
rarely
and tried and
starstruck. I think
tried.
I'd be quite.
Did you see the handover
Quite
of the
crazy,
Commonwealth
yeah.
flag
No.
to the tune, Mr. Blue Sky?
Oh, was it?
Absolutely, yeah. They handed it over to the tune, Mr. Blue Sky.
Fantastic, yeah.
So that was forget the national anthem.
Yeah.
Can we get Lineker on and ask him what his favourite crisps are? Delia Adibola or Kevin Francis on the show? Well, Kevin Francis lives out in Canada now, I believe.
He's a Mountie, I believe.
He's a mounted police officer,
Yeah,
and
he
Delia Adibola is local, I believe, is he not?
Yes,
Yeah.
but he works on a Monday night.
Yes.
Does he?
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
spoken to him a
Get
few
him on, haven't
times.
we?
Yeah.
We could do a Delia Adibola Tuesday show one day next season if you wished.
Possible.
I don't mind, yeah. If he's up for it, I don't mind. Yeah, yeah, of course.
Devlin's been on a couple of times.
We've had him
hasn't
2-3
Harry
times.
Roberts,
yeah, so-
Brexit, another name for Birmingham, relegation, exit.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, nice one, Kevin. Kenny Burns, he can tell a story now.
Oh,
I've told you,
yes.
I've lived within a stone's throw from Kenny and spent many hours with him. And believe me, he can tell some stories. I did email the radio station that he was on, asking him to get in touch, but never heard anything back, so didn't bother pursuing it. Mike Taylor, Malcolm Page, Delia Adibola, then you can take him for a curry after. Frank Worthington,
again.
that would be great. But again, Frank's not been too
He's not very well either.
lately, bless him, has he? Gregory Beasley says we've got some great hackers in our defence. Ooh, go Jerry, go Jerry. Let's build a wall. Keith Birchin, oh dear. Barry Fry, we've tried that one. Tony Want to be a good shout, actually.
Tony wants.
Tony Want.
You have to be really careful, yeah, because
He
some
was
of
one of
these
the
players are
first players
getting
he
on
broke
a
it-
bit, and you don't know.
He broke his leg in the game the week before I started going to
Oh, right.
Blues. Tony Want. No, Tony Want. Was it Tony Want?
Tony Want was left back, wasn't he?
Adrian Harris says, interview Mr. Fun.
Who?
Good question.
Dave Barnett was a legend for me, says Pete Taylor.
Yeah, and his birthday today.
Oh, many happy returns, Dave Barnett. Happy birthday to you. Nicola Zigic. That would be a great show.
That'd be a
it?
good
Yeah,
show.
and he's only up the
That'd
road
be
as
great,
well.
that would.
Great show. You'd have to have tripod on a tripod, though.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, there you go. Some great suggestions. Thanks for all of those. And don't forget...
Definitely some from to think about for next season.
Yeah.
So, do you want me to get organising the Tilton
Absolutely.
Talk Awards night?
A
Yeah.
Tilton Talk
Are we going
Awards
to come in
night.
dicky bows?
A Tilton Talk
Oh,
Awards night.
yeah.
Oh, right,
Suited
okay.
and booted.
Suited and
Oh,
booted.
Gregory's just guessed my favourite one, the Joe Gallagher.
Joe
one.
Gallagher.
Oh, yeah, that was a
Interviewing
good
Joe
one.
Gallagher for me
That
was
good, that
absolutely...
yeah.
Those wolf
Boom.
stories. Those
Boom.
wolf stories.
Amazing, yeah.
Fantastic.
Right, this has been the Tilton Talk Show. It's Monday night through
I'm not even ready yet.
270 minutes of football left for 2017-18 football season. Is that 270 minutes going to be enough? Or are we
Yes.
destined to go down? We can't think about it, can we, surely?
No.
Surely not.
Stop calling him Shirley.
It's Chris.
I didn't know your surname was not either. Surely not. Right, okay, so this is it then. It all comes down to 3 matches. The first one is Saturday. At least we'll be able to disseminate that next Monday night. And hopefully we're sitting here at least smiling, not thinking 180 minutes to go. Good night, guys. And to those 2 people that have sadly passed away over the weekend, we dedicate this show to them and to their families. Good night, take care, see you next week back in the Tilton Talk Show, 7:33 till 9, sponsored by Image Cleaning with myself, Mrs. Brown, and of course Mr. Fun. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
What more can we say? Birmingham tea. Down at St Andrews, we are lonesome